What's up, my people? What's up, my people? Welcome to the Red Light Special Live. I'm your girl, Yamina Lejean. I'm rocking my Artie Lejean shirt today. Shout out to Artie Lejean. And before we go into our topics, I gotta bring in my girl, Trina B. Real, activist and comedian. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Just sitting here in the middle of my bed, doing this with you as we do every Wednesday. Yes. Excited about these topics. And, like I said, I put on my Polaroid camera, take a picture because, it's delicious and they might need to get a snapshot. So,
That's cute.
Get your picture while you can.
Chick, chick.
Ching, ching, ching. And I got, my little portable fan, all things, even though the air conditioner is on, it's never enough air when you're going through your premenopausal situation.
Oh, yeah. How does that feel?
Girl, it's interesting. Very interesting.
Well, we want to give a shout out to our boy Apollo. He's not going to be in today. So it's us ladies rocking today. So you looking cute. You got your short hair. How's the weather going on over there in New York?
Well, they're talking about some tropical stuff by the weekend, but it's actually been rather nice. Rather nice.
And how about the partying? Everybody's out, so doing they saying are they
Girl, first of all, it's the mandate. So you have some people that can go out and some people who can't.
I like that shirt though.
Yes, girl, one of my little finds. I want to say one of my little 5 and below. Believe it or not, my little 5 and below $5 finds.
Ooh, there's this store out here called 5 and Below, and I'll be going there getting me some cute stuff. So I wanted to give send some light, some prayers, so give some awareness to Haiti.
Yes.
It's a 7.2 earthquake. What is going on with the world, girl? It's so much stuff going on right now.
Listen, it's so much going on. I don't know what to talk about first. Besides trying to have a positive outlook on life right now. That's all we can do, right?
Right.
We can try to stay positive, talk about good things. Like my coach, I go to training in the morning, and he said, think of happy thoughts. So that's all. Yo, I can't feel my legs. This man talking about think of happy thoughts. I'm like, I'll be glad when this damn class over. That's the only thought I can think about right now. So that's what I got.
I feel you on the happy thoughts because there's so much going on that we see just from TV. You know what I mean? That you're not going to have happy thoughts. You know,
right? You have to create happy thoughts, okay? And I be reaching though. I'm reaching right now because on some of them crunches, baby, by that 15 crunch, he talking about think of happy thoughts. I'm like, I can't think. I can't feel my mind.
Well, at least you're working out.
I can wear that summer body by the summertime, and my child is asking to go outside on live on my phone. I'm trying to tap. She just know I'm on live. She just won't let me live. I already told this child. Tell me, what do we do with 15-year-olds about to be 16 that think they is something outside? I'm telling you, it's the boogeyman after 9 o'clock outside, after dark. Remember when we was that age? We had to be in the house, street lights.
That's true. That is true. But New York is, I don't know. I didn't grow up in New York, but living in New York, me growing up in Cali, I can understand why we got to come in the house. I mean, same thing with New York, but it's always something going on outside, so you can be out. I don't want to get the wrong thing.
I'm up in here live in the bedroom, doing what I do in the bedroom in the red with my girl, Yamina Lejean.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday we in here talking about all things positive because we're in the red light special, baby. So tonight in the middle of the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? I brought you into the deliciousness of my deliciousness with my girl tonight because that's what we doing. I had to go live all the way. I say, no, we got 30 minutes to go hard and go strong or go home. So I said, we're going to go strong tonight because it's a lot that we need to be strong for, right? We need to get the people, keep hope alive, right?
Right.
Because
it's like you said, with this mandate coming out, people who are vaccinated can't go inside, so now people are going to have to make options because there's still a huge amount of people who are not vaccinated. So they still got to accommodate for them as well. So I just don't like the whole vaccinated against unvaccinated. Like, that just reminds me of Demolition Man and all that stuff. Like, don't go against each other.
All I'm saying is a person has the right to do with their body what they feel. And I think that at some point that, if people are getting tested every day and we all on the same playing field with these tests, like whether you vaxxed or you not vaxxed, when we come on set, we all got to get the same rapid test to see if we can work. I think people need to just mind their business and hope for the best. Let the doctors do what they do. I'm a Christian Scientist. I believe in the Lord. And I believe in all things possible. So I just believe that,
I agree with you.
We're going to do what we need to do. Okay. We're going to do what we need to do and do what we have to do.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of other worldly news going on. We know Afghanistan, they talking about the Taliban has seized the biggest city out there. And did you see that video with everybody trying to hop on that plane?
Listen, that's crazy. I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life, but to know that people actually gotta are trying to get through this whole thing right now is crazy. It's crazy that we are living at a time that people are, they don't know what to do, right? Like it was protected, and then the people that was protected, you just pulled out. And one day they just decided, like, I don't know. I told you, I really didn't want to bring that here tonight with the Afghani people because it just brings down your red lightness. It's like, I don't want the people to be sad because that's all you see on the news is all the bad stuff.
Well, that's the reality that's going on right now. This
like,
also affects how we are as people, how we're communicating with people, how we're having relationships with people. We're going to have to go in quarantine with everyone. People are having these conversations. If you're going to are you going to be in relationship with someone that has the same views as you or the separate views as you? Because there's so many different things going on. So, let's get into that. So as far
I think one of the things that since you bring up the Afghanistan, Lizzo just had a big thing. Somebody came at her, she was having one of her moments and one of her issues about her weight, and some woman, I don't know if it was, I don't want to say it was a Karen, it might have been a Nancy. I'd say she was with the news, Nancy from the news. She wanted to tell Lizzo why the women in Afghanistan are being attacked and raped. You worried about your weight. And I just think those are two different issues, right?
Yeah.
And nobody's going to be feeling what you're feeling until they're in that situation. So you can't tell one person how they feel or what they're going through is not as bad as what you're going through. It's just a lot of bad stuff happening, right? Every day. You don't know which one to look at first. Like people are dying at alarming rates. There's a monster virus. There's so much. But on the good side, we still here.
We still here.
We still here, y'all. So we got some work to do. We got love to do.
And we all about love and all of them things.
Right. All that sexy stuff. Because let me tell you something. There's a lot of freaky stuff going on too.
That we were talking about sex parties before. People are having these sex parties and doing these little events on the inside. That's what I'm saying with this whole vaccination, non-vaccinated. Like, how are these little sex parties happening? How are people getting together as couples? You know what I'm saying? What's with that?
Well, I just know there's a lot. Like I said, they were secret parties before. I'm quite sure they're coming back. I don't think people are gonna stop doing what they was doing. I think Matt getting tested regularly and making sure you still wash your hands. All the stuff you were supposed to do in the beginning, and just stay safe. That's all you can do. You gotta live your life and enjoy your life while you're doing it.
Right. No, I feel you on that. Definitely gotta enjoy. So what has some other things you've been doing with yourself to keep you feeling good? I know you've been working out and what else you've been doing?
Finding things that I can enjoy outside, taking more time to find things to do that are outside related. Working on more monologues, taking, Mondays to really focus on my monologues, like a real monologue Monday type of thing. Setting up time to just focus on my craft, because I think that's important to take all this time to really focus in on what you really want to do. Also working on doing my nonprofit. So just all of my business stuff, making sure I take the time every week to focus on things that I know is going to help change the world the way that I want it to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
We can complain about what's going on, but what's the solution, right?
Right.
So I figure, we all have to take our and play our part on what we're going to do in making this world a better place, right?
Right.
Whether it's like you do, you make people dance and feel good with dance and theater and arts and movement. And so hopefully through laughter and entertainment in the arts, I'll bring back, and helping artists get back with their mental state, because I think it's important. I think artists have to remember that it's important for you to be healthy as well. And and one thing we saw this year, we didn't see in any other year, a lot of artists were speaking out more about taking mental breaks, right? Because they were going through a lot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like no matter how successful you get, that's a lot of pressure that to be a great athlete or someone great in entertainment, but then the world around you is crumbling, right? You got to think about like so many people who have families in Haiti right now, what they're going through, right? We talk about Haiti. Haiti has been hit so hard time, like they can't, every time they build, it gets torn down.
Yeah, every time. And that's what they said, it was a curse. And,
I don't know if it's a
why
curse.
does DR not get affected by it like Haiti do? They on the same island.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a curse. I don't know if it's a curse, but I do know they have a lot of natural resources in Haiti.
Yeah.
I know Haiti is rich on natural resources. So,
But
yeah,
they would say that because they overthrew the people that were leading Haiti, the slaves did. And so that I've heard like through time that people would say that's the reason why they had so much downfall and build up and come down, build up and come down. I think there's also that possibly.
yeah, no, I'm not sure, but I definitely think, we got to pray for them. And I'm definitely trying to do any kind of fundraising or help out any of my friends that are in the Haitian community. If they need me, they can reach out. I'll be there to help assist any way that I can, so that we can, rebuild. Because I think that's our job. It's our job. Anytime our brothers and sisters are going through somewhere, anything we can do to help.
Right. So
I'm excited about you coming to New York because I'm excited to take your class, and I'm excited about doing some work with you, because a lot of people don't know that I can't really dance all that well. I don't know if they don't know. And
I've been seeing you post some dance videos though.
I be trying. I be trying. I be working. I'm waiting on you to come and fine tune me.
Okay, I'll be out there. I'll be out there.
How is that? How do you feel about traveling now that with everything that's going on? Because you guys are under a mandate as well, right?
Yeah. I think I feel a little bit more concerned about traveling outside of the country because I'm a little not sure about that one, but traveling to the, East Coast, like within the United States, like going to New York, I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but I definitely have my eyes open to how New York is, what's going on. Okay. It's just, it's a hard time, but we can still be positive about it and, still make our way around it. So what I want to ask you, there's a subject, and maybe I'm not going to mention too many names right now. There is a situation out with a celebrity where their husband had a rape case basically, and so they're trying to pay off the girl to change her story. So have you heard about this story yet?
A little bit, but I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised because that's what women do when they want to try to make their husbands look clean, right? Clean up their past. The only sad part of it is that if he did do it, then she's living with that lie as well.
Right. She's living with that lie. Exactly. So how, as women,
it's weird, like if you listen to her in her raps and she talk about him, she talks about this gangster that he is. And so some women feel like they need this bad boy persona, right?
Right.
She was with the other dude and he was a whole fraud. Right. And look how he did the woman that took him up and tried to help him, like how he did her was just wrong.
Right.
That was just crazy. I think reality TV changes people's perspective to reality.
So do you feel that like for women in relationships when they're in a relationship with someone that they know got some stuff they don't need, maybe they're trying to change their life or whatever, how do you move forward with that person? Because that's what it is. It ends up being like a cleanup, and that's basically what she doing is trying to clean up. And women are always being the cleanup woman.
What do
In
you mean?
some form.
I don't know. I think that's just what people do, right? That's what you do when you love somebody. You want to try to fix it. So
So how do you keep what would you say the best advice to keep your sanity while you're trying to help somebody going through their stuff?
Um, listen, I don't think you should do it. I think when people are going through something, you got to find out who you are. I
Yeah,
think that's why a lot of women get broken and then disappointed when the relationship don't work the way you want it, because you can't make people love you the way you want to be loved.
exactly. That's
Right?
very
You gotta love yourself, and then the rest gonna follow.
right. What you doing, girl?
I'm trying to go live and let the people know that I'm up here on the red light district with you, so they can see you. They seeing you here.
Oh, okay.
So the people that didn't join you on that, they joining us here. So I'm trying to make sure that they can see both of us.
Oh. You on on Instagram?
Yeah.
Instagram live. What's up? Red light special live.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing it because like I be doing that too sometimes to get people to tune in on they see it on my IG. I be posting some of our I have posted a couple like gifts for the red light special.
Yeah, because sometimes they might not know where we at on Wednesday, so in case they miss it, they can know they can come on Facebook. I just went live I normally don't go on Instagram, but I wanted to share with them tonight since we only had 30 minutes. And I'm like, y'all need to see what I be doing on Thursday. I be in the middle of my bed with my homegirl. We be talking about all things gossip, all things good, all things delicious. That's what we do on Wednesday. And it's in the red light district, so it could get real nasty.
Oh, it do get nasty. So what do you predict now? Summer's almost over. This is the cuffing season time. Right? I know you married.
Yeah, I'm out of cuffing season. I'm cuffed.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure you have friends, and you already know the routine, especially in New York. What we're predicting for people out there, single people out there that are trying to date, now that we're on this going into the third year,
right,
for COVID. So I know a lot of people are still doing the whole dating online situation, dating online and all of that. So I feel like this year there were a lot of babies that came.
Oh, definitely a lot of COVID babies. Definitely a
whole lot of COVID babies. Now, some people said that, I thought this was the best time. So I feel like some people knew what they were doing. It wasn't like, ooh, like we up in the bed. If it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? Do you think that's going to be the same thing for this year coming for next year for 2022?
Definitely. I think this is definitely a more of a time of a generation of kids just like okay, whatever, right? Because it's so unpredictable. Life is so unpredictable.
Right, life is unpredictable, most definitely. But babies during COVID, that's a lot.
Listen, I think women, were more open and men were just more open. They just went through this was just a different year. The last 2 years has been definitely a different year. Like just being locked in the house and then you finally get with people and then being locked again because then
right.
Then you have all these options now because you have been locked in and everybody's kind of open to kind of like different stuff because they've been open to like just being locked in and reading more and I guess seeing like, okay, well, maybe let me try this before I go.
Right. So that's true. So since we're gonna be going to quarantine, do you feel that? So here is the question for today, going on the third year of the COVID. People done cuffed up, they done broke up, and about to cuff up again, right? Do you think a relationship could really last if the ain't good?
No.
Look at your face.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Eventually, I gotta do that on live. No, I gotta tell the truth on live. Eventually, if it ain't good, If it ain't good, they gonna meet something that is good and they gonna leave. They gonna get excited. They gonna have a taste of something different, and it's gonna be a wrap for what's not good.
So okay, so what if the person is like really nice?
No, nice don't last long after a while.
Well,
nice is good for a couple of years. Nice is good for maybe 6 years. I'm going on 17 years though. So if a person is not willing to work on the bad sex, if they're not willing to look at some tapes, take some classes, like read a book or two. There's tons of books and videos, games you can play. It's tons of shit that work on it. But you got to be willing to work on it. You can't think you're gonna just jump on somebody and just boom, 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 and then that's it.
But I have having a conversation
like when you say not good sex, there's two different things. Like, is he not endowed enough for the sex to be good? Is it something very small that you're like, when it goes, there's no real meeting of the middle? Because if it's not hitting that spot, then it ain't gonna ever get good.
Well, then I was having a conversation with.
Hey, you ain't answer those questions.
Well, I don't have.
Okay, because I was gonna say, okay, it's not your issue.
No, that's not my issue. I'm saying that I've had a conversation. I've also experienced this in past situation. I'm not currently experiencing that, but in past situations, I have experienced, being in a relationship with someone that the sex wasn't it didn't hit it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't hit it. And so I was having a conversation with someone, and they just got into a relationship with someone, and they were like, "Oh, but this ain't good." You know what I mean? But they had a very toxic relationship prior to that relationship. So they're like, okay, but this person is nice. They spend money on me, and they do this with me, and they do that with me, and they have a kid and all that kind of stuff. But the sex isn't good. So I was telling her, I was like, I don't think that, after some time, if the sex ain't good, like after some time, it's going to, the relationship can definitely, you're just going to be friends sharing a bed.
Right. Well, I don't definitely think that it's going to last. I'm going to be honest. I definitely think that at some point, if you guys have not created some kind of chemistry, if you haven't created some kind of chemistry in that bedroom, and then you decide to, you go out and you meet someone and they tickle the fancy, some things could go wrong.
That's true. That I totally agree with you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go live too, since we on the last couple minutes. I'll go live here at the Red Light Special Live, talking to Miss Trina. Trina. I went on live a bar. So the topic that we're talking about is, can a relationship last with bad sex?
I just don't think it can. I think it gets complicated because, like I said, there's too much information out here, and there's too many people that want to satisfy you. So why would you be with somebody that doesn't?
Why would you be with someone, even if they're nice? Even if they're nice and they have moolah and they taking care of you.
There are people that do that, but I don't know how happy they are, right?
That's true.
Right? There are tons of people that will be with somebody for that moment to get taken care of. You got tons of people that right now living like that, right? You got a sugar daddy or sugar mama.
Right.
When she taking care of their, or he taking care of how they living. You got guys that get taken care of too. Don't let it be like it's just women.
Right.
Let's be clear. You got brothers sitting back waiting for a sugar mama.
Okay. I think guys are waiting for sugar mamas more so now than before.
What are they waiting? They're lined up, okay?
They're lined up.
Wait a minute. Look at Kris Jenner, sugar mama.
Sugar mamas.
That's a sugar mama. Let's talk about who's sugar mama. Sugar mama 101. Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
That's a sugar mama. That's
Number
a sugar
one.
Mama.
And she probably likes being the sugar mama.
She got her something young and fun. She is not mad. He young. He's not complicated. He likes what she likes. She feel like she's educating and uplifting him, and he satisfies her in the bedroom. Right?
I think that's why, and she's older than him. And
right. He got enough stamina where he'd be like more than what she could handle.
I feel like that happens a lot with women who are older than the guys. Is that the guys, the younger guy is, like you said, tickling her fancy.
Listen,
Her
he
feel,
wake up, he go make her breakfast probably. He probably banging her mind till she tired. She's exhausted. She ain't got no energy already. I know I'm 47, so I can only imagine her 50 something your ass. She about 60 damn near, right? She almost 60 years old or something, right?
yeah.
Right. So we already know what that stamina look like, okay?
So she like, whoo, you know what I mean? But
Right.
when it's different with older men and younger girls, like sometimes it doesn't really feel like it's a lot of times the guys are not really giving it to the women.
Depending. It just really depends on that. It depends on how that older man took care of himself. Because my husband's not young, but he not old. He's in his 50s. But he took care of himself. So it ain't like we having no young man issues. No, you know?
Oh, he's older than you.
Yeah, he's older than me.
Okay. Well, yeah, So I'm not saying in all cases, but
But
should
that's what I'm saying. It's just that's why you gotta make sure when you settle down with somebody that you're sexually compatible with. Don't just settle down because of finances. Don't
no.
just settle down because somebody can take care of you. Because that's when a lot of times a relationship don't work and you find out you're not happy. You stayed in a relationship because you stayed for the money, and then you stayed in a relationship because you wanted to be taken care of. But in all reality, if he decides he don't want to be with you or she don't want to be with you no more, then what? Right? You
Right.
still gotta figure out how to take care of yourself. So it's better to figure that part out and be with somebody you like, that you got something in common with, that you have fun with, versus somebody you gotta settle for. Because that's what you're doing when you with somebody to take care of you. You're settling. You feel like you're not good enough to get somebody that is worth what you worth.
Right.
And I think you shouldn't settle, because when you settle later on, then you be mad at yourself because it never turns out the way you want, because you already saw the red flags. Most relationships, 9 times out of 10, you done seen 3 red flags and your ass stayed thinking you was gonna make it better. I know for a fact. I was one of them pinning. My poo poo different. He gonna love. He ain't gonna love me like I'm a different type of woman. You got all these things in your head. What's gonna make you so much better? But it's not true, right? Until you get whole as a person, then you can attract a whole person. Like I attracted a whole person. Now we're building together.
Mm-hmm.
And in a relationship, it's not a perfect. It's never gonna be a perfect thing, but we love each other enough that we're willing to put in the work to stay. Neither one of us want to go nowhere else. Neither one of us want to go out here and cheat and do nothing stupid, because there's nobody worth what we have.
Right. No,
that's what love look like. People think love look like, oh, we're gonna be happy every day. My husband be in the living room, I be in the bedroom. He be wanting me to come in the living room. Sometimes I want to go in the living room, sometimes I don't want to go in the living room. Sometimes I just want to be by myself.
Right. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you a whole person, you okay with being by yourself. That's why I love me.
Right.
And you love you, girl.
Right. And you better love you. That's the only way you can love somebody else.
Exactly. Love yourself so you can love and receive love. Because when you love, you want to receive love. It has to be reciprocated. It can't be this bullshit.
No, it can't be a one-way thing, and it can't be where you with somebody that's not willing to grow. Like, we both in a relationship, we both have to be willing to grow and nurture each other's growth.
Yes. All right, y'all heard it here on the Red Light Special Live. Thank you, Trina, for tuning in. Thank you, people, for tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram. Thank y'all for tuning into Red Light Special. We're here every Wednesday, 6 o'clock PST, 9 o'clock.
Feeling great.
With Trina Be Real, Apollo Sadiq, and you know your girl, Big Lil John, a.k.a. Madam Red. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.